It could lead to higher prices here in our country, here in Connecticut, and cause all kinds of financial turmoil around the world.
Yeah, we have already seen that with the markets. Joining us now is Derrick Mazzarella, a financial advisor with Gateway Financial Partners. Derrick, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
So obviously a big topic on everyone's mind. We're very concerned first and foremost with the safety of everyone in Ukraine. But of course, then you start moving to the secondary things we're worried about. And there's things like the cost of gas going up, goods going up. What can we expect, do you think, here in the United States?
Sure. That's a great question. I'm sure if you're watching the news right now, this conflict probably has you a little rattled, unsure, and probably thinking about how is this going to impact me. Currently, Russia is the second largest producer of natural gas and the third largest petroleum producer in the world. Last year, they actually supplied 7% of the oil that we use. Overall, this won't really impact the U.S. as much as we probably think. We're fairly self-sufficient compared to most other countries. The biggest impact this is going to have is most likely going to be in Europe. But there are also significant producers of nickel, copper, palladium, other commodities. Palladium is used in catalytic converters. These sanctions, we can see some bottlenecks come up from them. So they're most likely going to impact areas like appliances, continue to impact automobiles. But as we've seen, that's already kind of been a big issue so far. So a lot will depend on how long the war lasts and how significant the sanctions actually are going to be.
Now, what about the stock market? So today it was down and then ultimately ended the day up, I think about 90 points or something like that. What do you anticipate seeing over time with this?
Yeah, we got the full gambit today. We got the full stock market experience. So, generally conflicts like this aren't always good for the market. Typically a geopolitical conflict like this, we see about a 5% decline, which usually takes about 2 months or so to recover from. The biggest issue we've had is today we've seen the market go down and then shoot back up. Europe was still down, so we've seen an impact there. So if you have a diverse portfolio, you're still feeling it personally. But the big question most people have is this year's been rough for the market. The market has had a correction. It's been down 10%. The real question is, are we going to head into a bear market, which is a 20% drop or more? One thing to remember, the market is not the economy. So while the market may move a lot and be volatile, as long as the economy is doing pretty well and pretty steady, typically we'll avoid a bear market. I can't say for sure, but I would expect some future volatility moving forward.
Absolutely. Also, any other economic damage that we could see in terms of whether it's housing prices or 401ks or 529s or other investments people may be making?
Yeah. I mean, I think when people look at their statements, they're probably feeling the pinch of a lot of this activity lately. But one thing to remember is these conflicts tend to pass relatively quickly in terms of stocks and how well you do. And it's really important to see, okay, how can we actually use these to our advantage and take advantage of these drops in the market? Specifically your 401k, you're consistently putting money in the market every paycheck. So you're actually buying these dips at a good rate. So if you're younger, I'd probably recommend, if you can afford the cash flow, to increase your contributions. If you're close to retirement, you may want to evaluate where you are. You may want to keep some safe in cash, but you want to definitely keep some exposed to the market. One item to really check out that people don't really fully understand is their target date fund. They tend to be more aggressive than people think. So really want to make sure you understand how your target date fund is invested and if it's invested within your time frame.
Well, we really appreciate you being with us. So much good information you just gave us. Derrick Mazzarella, a financial advisor with Gateway Financial Partners. Derrick, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. It's a pleasure to be here.